You changed your diet, but the cramps still hit at 2 a.m.? You stopped eating salty snacks, switched to whole foods, took your magnesium every morning. But still, night after night, the leg cramps come. Sharp, sudden, unstoppable. Your legs lock up at 2 a.m. You jolt awake clutching your calves. You wonder, I've done everything right. Why does this keep happening? Here's the truth that most doctors never explain clearly. After 60, your body's ability to absorb and use minerals, and especially magnesium and potassium, drops significantly. And most seniors are missing one critical detail. It's not just about what you take, it's about what you do before bed. Because just one wrong bedtime habit, like drinking the wrong beverage or skipping a simple stretch, can flush out vital electrolytes or block their absorption entirely. Even worse, many healthy evening routines silently drain your mineral reserves. No matter how much magnesium you take, you may never feel the benefits because your habits are working against you. But there's good news. Today's video reveals the top 7 simple nighttime habits that help stop leg cramps at their root. We'll show you what to stop doing after dinner, what to eat before bed, and how to support deeper sleep, muscle recovery, and strong circulation naturally. If you're tired of waking up in pain, rubbing your legs at 3 a.m., or limping in the morning, stay tuned, because the first habit is something 90% of seniors do every night without realizing the risk. It usually starts the same way. You're drifting into sleep, or you've been out for a few hours when suddenly your calf tightens like a rope. The pain is sharp, your leg stiffens, and you jolt upright. Sound familiar? If you're over 60, this scenario isn't rare. It's one of the most common complaints in senior health forums. But why does it happen, especially at night? As we age, our body naturally begins to lose its ability to maintain electrolyte balance. Minerals like magnesium and potassium, which are essential for relaxing muscles, get depleted faster. The kidneys become less efficient at recycling them. Worse, our daily intake often doesn't match our body's actual needs. Many seniors unknowingly follow diets low in magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, seeds, or legumes, and assume multivitamins will cover the gap. But absorption is not guaranteed, especially with age-related digestive changes. Here's another key truth. Circulation slows down at night. When we lie down, the blood flow to the lower legs decreases. If you've been sitting most of the day or haven't moved much after dinner, this effect compounds. Less movement means slower blood return, which causes stagnant circulation in the legs. Combine that with low electrolyte levels, and the perfect storm is ready to strike around 2 a.m. That's why most cramps don't happen while you're active. They come when you're still. Sleep position matters too. Seniors often sleep with knees slightly bent or feet pointed downward, positions that shorten the calf muscles. When magnesium is low and blood flow is reduced, this muscle shortening can easily trigger a cramp. And since muscle cramps in elderly adults are often linked to nighttime posture, it's a detail most doctors overlook during regular checkups. Dehydration is another silent culprit. Seniors have a diminished sense of thirst, and by evening, many are already mildly dehydrated without realizing it. That means fewer fluids to transport electrolytes, less muscle cushioning, and a higher chance of neuromuscular misfiring in the legs during sleep. Even if you drink water during the day, it may not be enough, especially if you've had caffeine, alcohol, or medications like diuretics that increase fluid loss. In short, cramps at night after 60 aren't random. They're the result of 4 overlapping issues: reduced mineral absorption, slowed circulation, poor sleep posture, and silent dehydration. The good news is each of these can be addressed with small changes. You don't need prescription drugs. You need smarter habits before bed. That's why in the next sections, we'll break down the biggest mistakes seniors make after dinner and what you can do tonight to wake up pain-free. You go through your day checking all the boxes. You try to eat well, drink water, and maybe even take a multivitamin or magnesium supplement in the morning. By dinner time, you feel like you've done everything right. And then it happens. At 2 a.m., your calf seizes up. The pain is so sharp it takes your breath away. You sit up, rub your leg, and think, why now? What did I miss? The answer may lie in one simple but critical mistake: skipping electrolytes in the evening. Not just drinking water, but giving your body the actual minerals it needs to function overnight. Electrolytes like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium are vital for keeping muscles relaxed. When they're missing or out of balance, cramps can hit hard, especially when your body's at rest. Many seniors avoid drinking anything after dinner because they don't want to wake up to use the bathroom. It makes sense. No one likes disrupted sleep. But cutting fluids entirely means the bloodstream becomes more concentrated. Without enough hydration, electrolytes can't move properly through your system. They don't float alone. They travel in water. And once that water volume drops, so does the efficiency of your mineral transport system. And it's not just about drinking water. What you lose during the day matters. Even mild activity, sweating, medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills, they all strip away minerals silently. By evening, you may already be depleted and not even know it. Add in coffee, alcohol, or a salty lunch, and you're starting the night at a deficit. Another issue is the lack of evening nourishment. Many older adults avoid eating anything after dinner, thinking it's better for digestion or weight control. But this habit leaves the body empty right when it needs gentle support. No electrolytes, no hydration, nothing to help muscles reset during sleep. And for many, that's when cramps strike. You may notice other subtle signs: a racing heart at night, dry mouth, tingling in the legs, or waking up sweaty. These aren't random. They're clues, signs your electrolyte levels are imbalanced. And while they may seem small, they often appear hours before the actual cramp, giving you a chance to act early. So what's the fix? It's not complicated, and it doesn't require medication. Start with a small glass of water in the evening, possibly with a pinch of sea salt or a splash of electrolyte mix. Add a magnesium-friendly snack, a banana, a few pumpkin seeds, or plain Greek yogurt. Avoid sugary sports drinks or overloading on fluids. This isn't about flooding your system. It's about targeted support. And timing matters. Taking magnesium in the morning is good, but by night it may no longer be active. Supporting your body before bed gives your muscles the best chance to recover, rebuild, and stay calm through the night. Because the truth is, cramps don't just happen. They build silently. And by skipping electrolytes in the evening, you're giving them permission. Dinner is meant to nourish and comfort. But for many seniors, the evening meal turns into an invisible trap, one that sabotages their mineral balance and sets the stage for 2 a.m. cramps. You eat a warm plate of pasta, maybe a piece of bread, a sweet dessert after. You feel full, relaxed. But under the surface, your body is bracing for impact. Here's the hidden danger. Heavy dinners loaded with refined carbs can spike your blood sugar rapidly. That temporary high feels good at first, but your body responds by releasing a surge of insulin. This hormone's job is to pull sugar out of the bloodstream. But insulin doesn't just move sugar, it also pushes key minerals like magnesium and potassium into cells or even out through the kidneys. That's where the real damage begins. Your bloodstream, once balanced, is now low on circulating electrolytes, and as blood sugar crashes back down, often just a few hours after dinner, you're left with low energy, unstable muscles, and silent dehydration. For many seniors, this exact dip hits around 2 or 3 a.m., the same time cramps strike. And it's not just about sugar. High sodium sauces, processed meats, creamy sides. These comfort foods often come with hidden additives that burden the kidneys and further disrupt electrolyte balance. Add in a glass of wine or a late-night treat, and you've created the perfect storm. Insulin spike, fluid shifts, magnesium loss, and interrupted recovery. Most seniors don't connect their dinner choices with nighttime cramps. The pain feels random. But what you eat at 7 p.m. deeply affects how your muscles behave at 2 a.m. Think of food as information. A dinner high in refined starches, sugars, and salt tells your body, spike, then crash, and your muscles pay the price. Even healthy-looking meals can be misleading. a bowl of whole grain cereal with milk, a fruit smoothie, a large baked potato. These sound nutritious, but eaten alone at night, they still trigger insulin and lack balance. What's missing is fiber, fat, and protein, nutrients that slow digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and protect your minerals. So what's the action step? Shift your focus from fullness to function. Build your dinner around anti-cramp foods, cooked leafy greens, roasted sweet potatoes, grilled fish, avocado, lentils. Add olive oil for healthy fat. Include a few pumpkin seeds or a small plain yogurt for magnesium support. This isn't a diet. It's a strategy for strong muscles and better sleep. And don't fear flavor. Seniors often think healthy means bland, but herbs, lemon, garlic, and natural spices not only make meals enjoyable, they reduce inflammation and support digestion. The best foods for seniors don't just prevent cramps. They build resilience, energy, and peace of mind before sleep. Because cramps don't begin in the middle of the night, they begin the moment your fork hits the plate. For many seniors, evenings are meant for rest. After dinner, you sit down, turn on the TV, maybe read a book or scroll through your phone. It feels natural. After all, you've earned a bit of peace. But here's the catch. This peaceful routine may be setting you up for painful leg cramps just a few hours later. Why? Because after a meal, your blood flow naturally shifts toward your digestive system to support nutrient absorption. If you stay seated for too long, especially with your legs low or bent, blood circulation to your lower limbs slows significantly. The result? Stagnant blood pools in your calves, feet, and thighs, right when your muscles should be recovering and recharging. Most people don't notice it happening. There's no pain, no alarm bell, but this quiet stagnation is a hidden trigger. Without movement, oxygen and nutrients don't reach muscle tissues efficiently. Meanwhile, metabolic waste builds up. The legs become less responsive, the vessels tighten, and small nerve signals misfire. By the time you're asleep, the damage is already in motion. Now imagine lying in bed, legs still, blood flow remains sluggish. Add in a bit of dehydration or low magnesium from earlier mistakes, and your muscles are like loaded springs waiting to snap. That's when the cramp strikes, sudden, searing, and seemingly out of nowhere. But it's not just inactivity after dinner that causes trouble. Seniors who sit for long periods throughout the day, especially without leg elevation or stretching, experience compounded risk. Over time, circulation weakens. The veins lose tone. Fluid retention sets in. And at night, the body can't fully reset. You might have noticed this already. A tingling in your toes, a cold sensation in your calves, or a dull heaviness when you lie down. These are early warning signs. They whisper long before a cramp screams. So what's the fix? It doesn't require intense exercise or fancy routines. Just gentle movement after dinner. A slow walk around the house, 5 to 10 minutes of standing stretches, or even calf raises while brushing your teeth. These small habits restart circulation, encourage nutrient flow, and signal your legs that it's safe to relax. Even sitting differently can help. Try propping your feet up for a few minutes after your meal. Rotate your ankles. Flex your toes. Get the blood moving before you settle in. Because the truth is, stillness is not rest. Not when it follows a full meal and leads into sleep. Stillness can become stagnation. And for your legs, that's the perfect recipe for a midnight cramp. You don't need more pills. You need more movement. The right kind, at the right time, and it starts with standing up tonight. There's a quiet window of time between dinner and sleep, a space most people treat as downtime. But for seniors who struggle with 2 a.m. leg cramps, this short evening window holds powerful potential. It's not just about what you avoid at night, it's about what you choose to do, because the body listens closely in those final hours before bed. Every small action, or inaction, sends a signal, and that signal either calms your muscles or primes them to cramp. Think about it. Your body's been working all day, walking, sitting, digesting, losing fluids, depleting minerals. By the time the sun sets, Your electrolyte tank is often low. Blood flow slows, muscles stiffen, and if you simply sit down and go to bed, you're missing a crucial moment to reset your system. That's why a targeted bedtime routine isn't a luxury, it's a tool, a leg-friendly, circulation-boosting, cramp-preventing strategy that starts with intention. Step 1. Hydration, but not just plain water. Think small. A glass of room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt or a splash of electrolyte mix. This isn't about flooding your system, it's about delivering minerals efficiently. Many seniors skip fluids to avoid bathroom trips, but with just 150 milliliters, half a cup, you support smoother circulation, better muscle recovery, and softer sleep. Next, consider a light magnesium-rich snack. Pumpkin seeds, a few slices of banana, a spoonful of plain yogurt. These offer gentle nourishment without burdening digestion. The goal is not to feel full, but to provide your body with the nutrients it needs to rebuild muscle and regulate nerve signals while you sleep. Then add gentle movement. A short stretching routine, nothing strenuous, can work wonders. Calf raises by the sink, light hamstring stretches, ankle rolls. These movements encourage blood return to the lower limbs and prevent the stagnation that leads to cramping. Pair this with 2 to 3 minutes of warm compresses or a hot water bottle placed on your calves. The warmth dilates blood vessels and signals the nervous system to relax. And perhaps most overlooked of all, posture in bed. If you sleep with knees bent or legs compressed, you're tightening the very muscles you're trying to relax. Consider placing a small pillow under your knees or stretching your legs straight before settling in. Even your breath matters. Slow diaphragmatic breathing for a few minutes in bed reduces sympathetic nervous system activity and creates a state of muscular ease. The truth is, you don't need complex interventions or another bottle of pills. You need consistency, a ritual, a repeatable flow that tells your body it's safe to rest now. Because cramps don't strike randomly. They strike in patterns, and patterns can be changed. One night at a time, one stretch, one sip, one warm towel. Your legs are listening. Give them peace to sleep through the night. You've stretched, you've hydrated, you've even added a bedtime snack. But the cramps still come, sharp, sudden, unforgiving. Why? Because even with the right habits, if your body doesn't have the right nutrients at the right time, your muscles remain vulnerable. Let's start with magnesium, the cornerstone of muscle relaxation. It plays a key role in calming nerve signals, preventing spasms, and improving sleep quality. But here's the issue. Most seniors are taking the wrong kind. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest form found in many multivitamins, has poor absorption, sometimes less than 4%. That means your body passes most of it unused. No wonder the cramps keep coming. Instead, look for highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate, citrate, or malate. These not only support your muscles but also ease nighttime anxiety and promote deeper rest. And timing matters. Taking magnesium in the morning may help your mood or bowel movements, but by night its effects often wear off. A small dose before bed, around 200 milligrams of a gentle form, gives your body what it needs when it matters most. Now, potassium. This mineral is crucial for nerve conduction and fluid balance. Bananas are a good source, but so are avocados, coconut water, sweet potatoes, and lentils. Yet many seniors fall short without realizing it. Even small dips in potassium can increase the likelihood of cramps, especially if you've taken diuretics, sweated during the day, or consumed salty meals. Calcium plays a supporting role too. It helps muscles contract, but more importantly, balance with magnesium is key. Too much calcium without enough magnesium creates tension, not ease. Most seniors already get plenty of calcium from dairy or fortified foods. The problem is imbalance. So don't rush to take a big calcium supplement at night unless your doctor has checked your levels. Instead, focus on harmony. And then there's taurine, an amino acid often overlooked. Taurine helps regulate magnesium inside cells and supports cardiovascular health. Small doses, 250 to 500 milligrams, have shown benefit for leg cramps, especially in older adults. Unlike stimulants, taurine calms the system. Some seniors find their best sleep when they pair taurine with magnesium, especially after a nutrient-dense dinner. But a word of caution, multivitamins and combination pills often cram too much into one tablet. High doses of zinc, iron, or calcium can block magnesium absorption. Timing is everything, and simplicity wins. Instead of loading your body with everything at once, give it what it needs when it needs it. A light evening snack with natural potassium, a small dose of magnesium glycinate, gentle taurine support. That's a smarter strategy than a one-size-fits-all pill. Because what you take at night isn't just about nutrients, it's about communication. You're telling your body it's time to repair, time to release, time to rest. And when the message is clear, not blocked by bad timing, poor absorption, or chemical clutter, your legs will hear it, and they'll sleep. So will you. You've made it this far, and now you know the truth. Leg cramps at night aren't random. They're caused by patterns we can change. So let's hear from you. Have you ever been woken up at 2 a.m. by a sharp cramp in your calf or foot? Have you tried any of these bedtime habits? Stretching, magnesium, changing your dinner? What worked and what didn't? Scroll down and share your experience in the comments. Your story could help another senior sleep through the night. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe. We post new senior health tips every week, focused on muscle strength, leg pain, and natural recovery after 60. Before you go, don't miss the next video. It's all about one glass before bed that prevents leg cramps. It's simple, science-backed, and could make tonight the first peaceful sleep in weeks. You've come this far. Let's keep your legs calm, one smart habit at a time.